Of course, technique is important, so are principles of design. But you already know this. You also know what it takes to acquire these traits. Long, hard work. Do you want to draw like Rembrandt or Degas? Simple. Just draw 10 hours a day, 6 days a week for 40 years. That's how they did it. Are you ready for that? How did Monet paint those densely woven symphonies of strokes of light, weaving that luminescent Japanese bridge over that swarming lily pond? First, he excavated a huge hole, then diverted a river to fill the hole, planted it with lily pads, then built a Japanese bridge over the whole thing, all at vast expense. Then he bought a boat, made a floating studio out of it, and for 12 hours a day for over 20 years he paddled around that pond and painted until his eyes glazed over. If you want to make stuff that has Monet's charm, have Monet's passion, devotion, largesse, sacrifice, the techniques of Monet or Degas can be copied. Their principles of design are not obscure, they can be learned. If you want them for yourself, you can have them for a price. And the price is dearer than you may think. Not only will you have to put in at least as much time as they did in developing these same skills, all your living days, but the real price you will have paid is that you will have succeeded in becoming them and will have missed becoming you. Monet's technique and principles of design are Monet. They were created by him so that he could portray that what he alone was seeing and thinking and feeling. These are not simply techniques or principles of design. They are conceptions of the world. Monet had to create his own repertoire of techniques and principles of design because he could not portray through the prevailing means what he alone was seeing and feeling. You can't have his technique or apply his principles of design without becoming him. Would you really experience the life that Rembrandt did? The untimely loss of all your loved ones, the loss of all his earthly possessions, the fall from grace and good fortune? Would you really experience the life of Van Gogh, how he had to suffer? Are you willing to pay that price, even if you could, just to paint some irises and sunflowers? It's better to raise the questions Monet did than to mimic his responses. What are the questions? The task he sent himself. They're similar to the questions any artist, any creative person, any awake person asks. What is that damn thing out there? What does an idea look like? How can I give form to a feeling? And how does this whole mess fit together? How can I speak about the thing that no longer exists, the thing that is not there yet? Why am I moved like this by mere daylight, nightfall? Is there truth here or merely beauty? Does a line have integrity or is it guile? What have I made up? What have I observed of all the things I can do? What shall I do? What should I do? And will I ever get it right?